What's going on, guys? So, a bit of a different video today, and really quick before I continue on, I do want to apologize. I haven't had a video out since my Batman spoiler review. Things have been really busy, but I promise y'all, very soon I'll have a bunch of reviews coming up, so stay tuned. But today's video is a video that I've wanted to do for a long time now, and like I just mentioned, I just haven't had the time to do it, but as of recently, the passion has just built up more and more. I just figured, you know what, today is the day to do it. As of recently, I want to say in the past, let's say 3, maybe 4 years, I've gotten a particular question that has come up even more so as of recently, and that is this. Why do you see certain films more than once in the movie theater? As of recently, it's kind of been getting under my skin. It's kind of gotten irritating to the point where I'm just like, I'm a movie guy, you're really asking that question? But I do want to talk about this because there's a couple of answers as to why I do so. So as you all know, my main love in life is film. I love movies, I love going into the movies, and I love just sitting down in a darkened theater, watching a movie on a big screen with an amazing sound system. I love the movies. I love talking about them with you guys. I love seeing the movie theater, and if it's a movie I really love, I try and go to that movie in the theater as many times as I possibly can. And the most times I've seen a movie in the theater is 4 times. Yes, 4 times, and there are 3 of them. I know there's 4 times 4 movies, but there are 3 movies I could think of off the top of my head that I have seen 4 times in the theater. The first one for me was Dark Knight Rises. Then I saw Star Wars The Force Awakens 4 times in the theater, and I know I've seen I'm so stupid. It was Avengers Endgame that I saw 4 times. As to why I see a certain movie multiple times, there are 3 specific answers to that question. I think the first 2 answers kind of go in line with one another, but please just bear with me. First reason is this. It's the experience. I know a lot of you won't probably relate to me when I say this, and I think some of you will. I can't speak for everybody that knows me, but there are some that do totally understand where I'm coming from. But it's the experience for me seeing a movie in the theater. Now, do not get me wrong. I have a great TV. I have a 4K HDR TV. It's 43 inches, and I have a great sound system. It's not like a Dolby Atmos, but it emulates essentially a 7.1 system. But here's the thing, guys. If I had seen Avengers Endgame for my first time on my TV and not my movie theater, I honestly don't know if the experience would have been the same. But there's just something about going into a big auditorium. I sit down in that recliner, I just sit back, the lights go out, the screen lights up, I feel that full sound, and I get transported to a world that I would not ever experience. There's just something about that experience that a home theater will never live up to the movie theater itself. I was about to end that first point, and I just realized there's one specific reason about the experience: the video and the sound quality. Do not get me wrong, like I mentioned, I have a 4K TV and I have a great sound system. But here's the thing, as much as that 4K TV gives me some great quality video, at the same time though, seeing a movie in IMAX with that sound system, or even Dolby, because my theater does do IMAX and Dolby, seeing The Suicide Squad on an IMAX screen with the bursting and vibrant colors, again, my TV showed that movie pretty amazingly, actually. Going into that IMAX theater, seeing that screen fill up and seeing those colors just bounce off the screen with the sound system of an IMAX movie theater that my home theater system just will never beat. When it comes to the audio and visual part of that experience, there are certain things that on the first 2 viewings that I'll notice even more so. Like, for example, when I saw the Batman for the 3rd time in the theater, there's that sequence in the nightclub when Batman is talking to the Penguin, and there's like a whole whoa. Hearing the sound and the way the bass just echoed, especially in a Dolby theater, it was something that I paid attention to even more so. Now, this kind of connects to the experience, but just bear with me, please. That's seeing a movie with a packed audience. Do not get me wrong. A lot of the time, or there will be some times when a movie audience will suck. And do not get me wrong, I have had my fair share of terrible experiences. Lights Out. Oh my god, Lights Out. You guys saw my video on Lights Out. Lights Out was by far the worst movie-going experience I had ever been to in my life. People were talking nonstop, making jokes. There was a baby in the theater. I wish I was making that by the way. But here's the thing, to offset all of that, the positive experiences I have had, they eclipse those bad experiences 10 times over. For example, the most recent one I could think of, Spider-Man No Way Home. I saw Spider-Man No Way Home opening night in IMAX at 10 o'clock at night. I took my buddies from work to go see it. The entire theater was packed. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, spoiler by the way in case you haven't seen No Way Home, but the sequence in the movie where Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield come back as Spider-Man, I will never forget how loud the audience screamed. When Andrew Garfield came in, the screams were so loud, it overpowered the speakers. If I were to watch it at home, to which I have seen those clips online, do not get me wrong, Spider-Man No Way Home is an excellent movie, but it just doesn't quite feel the same as it did that opening night. It just really didn't. Before I continue on, I just realized there's probably a couple of other things I'm not thinking about in terms of my first 2 points that I know I'm going to think of as I'm editing the video, but trust me guys, if I were to say what I'm thinking of, I'd be all over the place. So I'm going to move on to my third and final point, and this is probably the most personal point out of all. Really out of everything else I've talked about here today. And that's to escape from everything that's going on in my personal life, or to just find solace in something. 2019, I want to say around June time. This is gonna sound pathetic, but I'm just gonna talk about it anyways. So there was this person that I had started talking to. I'll say it was a female I started talking to. We had just started talking, we were getting along very well. We went on our first date, and this was after I had seen Rocketman, which by the way, I loved Rocketman so much, you guys have no idea. It was in my top 10 favorite films of 2019. On that first date, which by the way, still the best first date I have ever been on. I won't get too personal, I'm just gonna say this much. She told me something that made me feel very, very special. That's all I'm going to say. And I was excited to see her again. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. And that led to that cow mouse chase, which I don't know what the hell was going on. And I was really, really hurt. Like, really, really hurt. What I decided to do, because I love going to the movie theater, I saw Rocketman again. And I'm telling you guys right now, seeing that movie again, I literally forgot about the entire thing because the movie sucked me in that much. I'm going to talk about one more thing that happened. This was much more recently. As you all know, if you guys follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you will all know that really recently I went to Orlando for the weekend. I went to Disney World and Universal in 2 days. A great trip, even though Universal, the rides wouldn't stop breaking, but that's the point. One of my best friends lives in Orlando, and I've been trying to see him for quite some time, but my car at the time being, because I have a brand new one now, which, thank you, Dad. My car at the time being was a piece of shit, it really was. It was on its last legs, and there was no way I could go up there without it breaking down all the way there. Again, won't get into specifics, but I basically told him I was there, and I couldn't invite him anyways, so the Monday I came back, that Monday was one of the worst days of my life. My car at the time being literally broke down on the way back to my mechanic, and I was just, oh my god, I was a mess. Later that night, I get a text. I won't go into details of what was said. One of my best friends basically goes off on me for no particular reason. I won't go into what was said again, but let me just say, it left me in a state of emotional shock for the entire night. The entire time, though, I was thinking about one thing that put me in solace. The Batman, because I was seeing it that Thursday. And that shock, by the way, I'd carried over until I saw The Batman. The moment that movie started, guys, everything went away. I felt so much better, and as I walked out, I was raving about it so much. And again, there's a reason why I saw it 3 times, because I adore that movie. The Batman, honest to God, guys, it made me so positive, and it brought me up in such joy you have no idea. I do want to say something really quick. My friend and I have since made up, thank God. But those past couple of days after I got back from Orlando, after that horrific day, they were some of the worst days of my life emotionally. Just to put it simply, guys, movies for me, going into a movie theater and experiencing a film or being excited for the film, it's not only an experience, it's an escape for me, but it helps me emotionally. It really does. There's a reason why when I see a great film that it makes me want to talk about it, because I've seen something great. And when I talk about the Batman nonstop afterwards, it still annoys the shit out of my friends. If I don't have the movies in my life, whether it's the movie theater or just something else, I legitimately feel like that's something out of my heart is taken from me. It's honest to God something that I would not trade for anything else, because I love the movie theater that freaking much. And that's really why, guys, I have seen movies multiple times in the theaters, and people think I waste my time. I wouldn't be going multiple times if I knew I was gonna waste my time. But guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Again, I do apologize, I haven't done a video in quite some time, but do not worry, soon I have a lot of stuff coming. Movie reviews, video game reviews. I'll finally have my review of Peacemaker coming up very soon, even though I know that show has been out for way longer. The finale's been done for a long time. But guys, please comment down below and let me know, why do you guys go to the movies multiple times in theaters? Also, let me know as well, how many times have you seen a certain movie in theaters, whether it's Avengers, Batman, Jackass, or a movie that you just love in general? How many times have you seen the movie in the theaters, and why did you do so besides seeing it again and again and again? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat, so if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the usernames in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for when my latest video goes live. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 videos, please click right there or right there. And of course, to my next video or review, I'll see you all next time.